All right, guys. So in this session, we will discuss the top legal cases of 2024. And this, if you see all the important cases from a legal exam perspectives, also we will be discussing here. And each of these cases has been carefully selected to illustrate the key legal principles and their implications for aspiring lawyers and the law students. And by the end of the session, you will have a very clear understanding of these landmark cases and how they can influence the legal studies and practices. So let's get started, and let's start with Article 370. So 370 is what we are going to start with. Okay. So the Article 370 case mark a very important moment in constitutional law. The Supreme Court ruled that Article 370, which granted special autonomy to Jammu Kashmir, was always intended to be temporary. Importantly, the court upheld the 2019 abrogation of this article as constitutional. And this decision not only reaffirmed the central government's authority, but also established that Jammu and Kashmir would eventually regain statehood. And this ruling has far reaching implications for federalism and state governance in India. Now, the next one is Delhi governance case. Okay. So now, if you look at this, the Delhi governance case is centered around Article 239A, which outlines the governance structure for Delhi. The Supreme Court ruling provided that the state government with power over services, excluding police, public order, and land. Okay, however, if you look at the decision prompted a significant response from the central government, which passed a new law that reasserted the lieutenant governor's authority over these services. And this case highlights the ongoing tension between state and central powers, particularly in a union territory like Delhi. Now, next is Punjab's doorstep delivery service case. Okay, so yeah. In a bid to enhance citizen service, Punjab launched a doorstep delivery service for 43 citizen-centric services. And this initiative aims to provide convenient access to essential services directly at citizens' homes. The process has been streamlined, allowing easy booking and clear information on document requirements and fees. Moreover, each service request comes with a tracking ID, ensuring accountability and transparency in service delivery. And this initiative reflects a significant shift towards improving governance and public service accessibility. Now, next is Rahul Gandhi's defamation case. Okay, so let's get into this. And the defamation case against Rahul Gandhi arose from a remark he made regarding the Modi surname, which led to a criminal defamation proceedings. A 2-year sentence was handed down, triggering his immediate disqualification from Lok Sabha. However, the Supreme Court intervened, removing the stay on his conviction, okay, and which ultimately reinstated Rahul Gandhi's membership in parliament. And this case raises important questions about the intersection of freedom of speech and legal boundaries of defamation, particularly in political discourse. Okay, now demonetization case. So let's get into the demonetization case. So the demonetization case examined the legality of India 2016 demonetization policy, which banned 86% of currency in circulation at that time. The Supreme Court ruled 4:1 in favor of the legality of demonetization process, and this ruling affirmed the government's decision, emphasizing the complex nature of economic reforms and the legal frameworks that underpin them. Okay, the case serves as a critical analysis of executive power and its implications on economic stability and public trust. Next is Shiv Sena split case. So the Shiv Sena split case, this case basically stemmed from the political turmoil within the Shiv Sena party following the 2019 election, where it formed an alliance with NCP and Congress. And the situation escalated in 2022 when Eknath Shinde led a rebellion against Uddhav Thackeray, resulting in a split. The Supreme Court upheld the new government formation with the BJP as valid, providing insight into legal nuances of party politics and the validity of government formations amidst internal dissent. So the next is freedom of speech versus dignity. Okay. So freedom of speech versus dignity, it's a significant ruling concerning freedom of speech. The Supreme Court addressed a controversial statement made by Minister Azam Khan regarding a gang rape case. The court upheld the protection of free speech, ruling that no new restrictions were necessary. However, a dissenting opinion highlighted that the statement could be viewed as derogatory, raising concern about the limits of free speech and its potential to incite hate speech. This case underscores the delicate balance between individual rights and societal dignity. Perfect. Okay, so that's the case all about. And the next is related to the election commissioner appointment case. So when it comes to this, traditionally the appointment of election commissioner was made by the president based on the prime minister's recommendation. However, the Supreme Court ruled that a panel, including the Chief Justice of India, should now be involved in the appointment process. Following this ruling, a new law was passed that replaced the Chief Justice with a cabinet minister in the appointment panel. And this shift reflects an evolving approach to the integrity and independence of electoral process in India. Okay, now the irretrievable breakdown of marriage case. Yes. So that's again a landmark ruling. The Supreme Court utilized its power under Article 142 to grant instant divorce in case of irretrievable breakdown of marriage. Factors such as the duration, habitation, and previous agitations were considered to determine whether the marriage had irretrievably broken down. The court emphasized that while instant divorce was not a right, it showcased the court's discretion in addressing the contemporary marital issues. This ruling marks a significant evolution in family law. Now, the next is same-sex marriage case. Okay, so when it comes to same-sex marriage case, the same-sex marriage case addressed the legal status of homosexuality and the absence of legal recognition of same-sex marriages under Indian law. The Supreme Court ruled that the right to marry is not a fundamental right, necessitating legislative action for recognizing same-sex unions. And this case has opened up important dialogues about marriage equality and the need for legislative reform in India. Or, when it comes to marriage equality, normal case and special cases, we need a legislative reform highlighting the ongoing societal challenges in recognizing diverse relationships. And the next is the Jellicut case. Yes, okay. So the Jellicut case involved the Supreme Court decision to ban the use of bulls in the traditional sport of Jellicut in 2014, following state amendments allowing bull sports in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra. The Supreme Court ultimately declared Jellicut and similar sports legally valid in 2024. This ruling underscores the complex relationship between cultural practices and animal rights, reflecting the ongoing discourse surrounding tradition, ethics, and legal framework in India. See, guys, this is a matter of these all cases are a matter of big discussions and decisions, and the larger benches were handling the cases. So we are just taking the most important points to give an idea about the important cases. So that's what the objective of this session. And thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, you can post as a comment. See you guys in the next video. Thank you so much.